a few days ago, I got a response from one of my videos. I'm not gonna say who the guy was that responded, but I will say that the guy actually told me that WWE is gonna fall because TNA has ex-WWE guys. I responded to the comment, but now I'm gonna respond here also because obviously this guy is a TNA fan, a loyal fan. I understand why so many people who are TNA fans believe that TNA can still turn things around. I'm starting to lose faith in them a lot because of every mistake they have made, every bad mistake, especially how bad those mistakes have hurt them. And one good example is the fact that they could have brought in someone else for the August 1st promo. They could have brought someone else in, but instead they brought in Tito Ortiz. Now I get it, Spike TV had a hand in that, I'm sure, to help promote the fight between Rampage Jackson and Tito Ortiz in November. But this is a wrestling show, not a UFC, MMA, Bellator, whatever the fuck. It's not that kind of show. It's a wrestling show. This is not an octagon. They're not locked in a steel cage. This is a wrestling show. Spike TV should stop interfering with this, okay? And TNA, you need to grow some sets, okay? You need to tell them what... That's not what you guys do. You guys need to work with them to figure out how to help this company, okay? And, you know, I told this guy different reasons why TNA is not going to beat WWE. I'm going to explain those reasons why. First, one of those reasons is the fact that WWE know how to push their young talents, like the Wyatt family, the Shield. One great example is Daniel Bryan. Let's look at this guy. It took him time to get behind the crowd and really get the crowd to believe this guy can become a WWE champion. I mean, for the last couple of months, this guy has been, every time he comes out, he always seems to give the crowd a great show. One great example is when he teamed up with Kane and when he teamed up with, I believe, Randy Orton in a 6-man tag match against the Shield. Remember how he got behind the crowd when he got tagged in near the end? The crowd was really into it. They believed this guy could do it. He could actually beat all 3 of the Shield members on his own. And he actually defeated the Shield by making Seth Rollins tap out to the Yes Lock. Kane and Orton and Bryan, they really got the crowd going near the end of the match. And it was actually mostly Bryan who did that. And that's what I like how WWE were doing. TNA, on the other hand, they're not seem to be focusing on pushing the younger guys. Hell, you don't see the crowd getting hugely behind Magnus or Chris Sabin. When Sabin came back, you know, no one, I guess, in TNA thought about pushing this guy to make him look like he can become a world champion. They focused him more on winning the X Division title and winning it back from Austin Aries than on pushing him to make the crowd believe he can become a world champion. The only reason the crowd were happy that when the world title changed hands was because Bully lost the title. Nobody seemed to care that Chris Sabin won it. They seemed to only care about that Bully was no longer world champion. And that's the problem. TNA were trying to do the same thing WWE were doing by pushing Daniel Bryan by doing the same thing to Chris Sabin, but that didn't work. Now they need to try to make him look like a world champion by get the crowd behind him. And if they don't do that, he's not going to last long with that world title. Nobody's going to believe he can become a world champion. Now, in my opinion, though, I think they can if they do it the right way. But to make him be like Daniel Bryan, that's never going to happen. Daniel Bryan, it took him a long time to get him where he is now. Chris Sabin, no one thought a year ago this guy would become world champion. And let's face it, if one of those knees gets hurt again, he's done. There's no way he's ever going to get back the world title. I don't think he's ever going to get another opportunity. And I don't know if he's ever going to wrestle again if one of those knees get hurt again and gets seriously injured. Another good example, which I think is the best one of all, is the fact that WWE do take care of their wrestlers, including the drug awareness testing that they have for their wrestlers. The testing was made to make sure their wrestlers weren't hopped up on drugs, steroids, alcohol, anything like that. so that it's for their safety, and it's for their safety in the ring as well. Because can you imagine if one of the wrestlers were drunk? Someone would get seriously hurt. While TNA, on the other hand, they don't seem to care. They don't have a drug awareness test. Hell, if they did, they wouldn't have allowed Kurt Angle to come back after 4 DUIs. 4, yes. Kurt Angle was arrested for a DUI, and he later told them, "I'll go into rehab. Don't put me in jail." That's not exactly what he said, but he did say he was going to go to rehab. And Dixie Carter said she was right behind him. She would be behind Kurt and help him get through this, and was asking the fans to do the same thing. How can we do the same for this guy who got pulled over 4 times? He's lucky nobody got hurt. He's lucky he didn't crash into anybody or killed anybody. I'm pissed off at the fact that TNA haven't done anything about that. Oh, but if it was Matt Hardy or someone else, no, they're fired. They're done. They're gone from TNA. They will never be mentioned again. But with Kurt Angle, oh no, it's not his fault. He just has a problem. Go to rehab. I don't want Kurt to go to jail, but I want him to do something. TNA, do something. Make an example. Not on the young other guys who haven't gotten any push. Do something with Kurt Angle, okay? I don't give a fuck if he's their biggest guy. If he gets another DUI, or God forbid, he does kill someone, I doubt you're gonna get behind this guy and support him. I'm very mad at the fact that TNA have done nothing about this, and Kurt hasn't done nothing about this either. I had a lot of respect for this guy, but now that respect is gone. I don't give a fuck now. I hope he does get some help, but I don't think he's gonna get any kind of support from anybody if he gets in trouble again for the 5th time. And TNA should have a drug awareness test, because I've been hearing that during live house show events, the wrestlers are actually in the back smoking or drinking or or smoking pot. You guys have a serious problem, okay? I'm surprised that no one has fined you for those problems. I mean, you guys even let Jeff Hardy compete at Victory Road against Sting when you knew he had some kind of problem, especially how you guys fucked up the paper. It wasn't Jeff Hardy that fucked up. No, you guys fucked up. You guys knew something was wrong, and you still let him compete. You could have replaced him with someone else. Hell, I'm sure Matt Hardy wouldn't have minded competed again. I'm sure no one from anyone in the roster could have competed against Sting. But no, you allowed that to happen. It wasn't Jeff Hardy's fault. It was your own fucking fault. I'm glad Jeff Hardy got better and has a kid. But you guys are a real problem, and you need to do something about it before the company goes out of business. And Dixie Carter, if she actually sees this video, I hope you listen. Stop doing these stupid shits and actually do something before you kill this company that's been going on for 10, almost 11 years. Do something about it. See you later. Bye.